What's up, YouTube? I'm so glad that I finally am getting this video done. It has taken way too long. I've wanted to make it. I got busy between the time that we were here and then since then, but I finally am able to get it done. So this is our chase in Nebraska, kind of in the sandhills of Nebraska on April 27th of this year. And so this is going to be a kind of just the showcasing the chase, as well as kind of going over a few things obviously that happened, and that's it. So let's get started.
Problem is this turns, it drops into it, so I might at the top of the turn stay. Whole congregation up here, that's probably the move. Oh, sweet.
All right, so we pull off here, and you can see right away there's this big rotation happening. So at this point, there is an actual tornado on the ground. It ended up being 1.25 miles wide at its largest point along this path. And right now, it's actually, you can't tell, but down the road, it is actually traveling down Highway 2 right now. It's close to Bingham, Nebraska. We're just a little bit west of Ashby, Nebraska. So it's right in that area. It's kind of heading towards us, kind of not. But right now we're just posted up watching it, so you can see just the giant rotation. There's a lot of kind of just extra stuff happening, some moisture and just all that. But it is inside there. I can promise you, it was right inside there. It was gorgeous. So right here, we made the choice to give ourselves a little bit of room between the approaching tornado and ourselves. At this point in time, it was moving a little bit more eastward across Highway 2, ever so slightly northeast. And the big kind of concern for us was just because of our newness, we wanted to be safe in a way. Honestly, I don't for a second think we did the wrong thing. We ended up turning the camera the wrong way. So, but here you see we will turn around again. Now that it's much more northern in its approach, it's definitely going to miss us. We turn around. You can see now it is completely crossed Highway 2 there, and it is moving on. And we wanted to just give ourselves another vantage point to look at the back side of this tornado. So here we headed a little bit east and then north, right here through Ashby, lovely little place, and then we continued north. So at this point in time, the camera doesn't quite capture it. There was another tornado that had touched down. The storm here really was just kind of a giant group of like three storms. It had multiple rotations. It was just this ginormous storm. So the camera doesn't quite pick it up. The tornado had dropped down and had lifted back up by the time we really got to it. But again, this storm was still producing. This storm was still going and going. And so we wanted to get into another position that would allow us to see that, hence why we traveled north to follow it. So here we make a choice. Do we go north and continue? We actually started going north, but then we backtracked and we headed back down to Highway 2, headed out east again into Hyannis, where we then took Highway 61 to here. And here you can see the funnel still is there, but the tornado has lifted right before we're supposed to cross the road. So I'm really bummed out that the camera missed this one again. It was a beautiful tornado. I got some of my pictures, and I will try to show them up here. But at this point now, we're sitting here looking north still going, this storm is still going. So our best decision now, because of the direction that it's moving, we wanted to stay to its south a bit to try and get a couple more angles. So at this point, we decided to continue down and eastward on Highway 2 to continue chasing this thing. And we ended up going all the way out to Mullen. And I think we went a little bit past Mullen to get another. Actually, no, we went straight into Mullen to get a glimpse of this, and then from there it was at night. It became a night chase, so the footage isn't great, but we got some excellent lightning footage. It was amazing. So a couple big takeaways from this chase. One, we got to see our first tornadoes, like as storm chasers, really our first tornadoes ever, right? I've been in tornado warnings before. I've come close to seeing some, but this was the first like real tornadoes we've ever seen, and it was amazing, and it makes me want to do it so much more. And so it was unreal. Another big thing I think from this was we made all the right choices. I one of the things about this chase was there was a huge chaser convergence. There was a lot of people, so it was like everyone was making some kind of choice, and there was times where we were watching what other people were doing to identify what they were doing and why. We didn't just straight follow someone because one, you just don't do that. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what their expectations, and two, you put pressure on them, right? It actually can be intimidating to be followed when you're in a high stress situation like this. So for us, we would sit there and analyze and watch as the spotter network would gather and spread out with different areas, and we would kind of go, okay, what's the best shot? What do we know versus what are these people doing, right? And for the most part, we were letting those with more experience do their thing. We were like, those guys, they're making these hot big deal choices because they can. For us, what can we do, right? How do we how do we do what they're doing and understand why? And it's a lot of pattern recognition, understanding what the storm's doing, and so I think we learned a lot from this. So that's a huge thing, and it makes me feel really good about this. It was also to be in Nebraska. Nebraska is the second home to me, so to catch tornadoes there, it was awesome, and really just overall a great chase. There's other little things, just like even for us, like recognizing situations we're in, recognizing what we're doing, right? Feeling confident in our own decisions. I think that was really good. And knowing when we were pushing too far and knowing when we could push more just on our own. And I think that was really good to learn it. And again, just getting to watch the storms as they develop, as they change. And this was a storm we've never, unlike anything we've ever seen before. It was one massive storm with like multiple different parts of rotation, multiple different, it had a lot going on all at once. So it was really good to rec- recognize this and adjust accordingly. So it was great. Um, that's it for me on this one. Make sure you check out my other videos, and I'm hoping to have more of these coming soon as we keep going this summer. Uh, until then, I'll see you on the next one. Be safe, stay weather aware,